This content may include explicit material. Viewer discretion is advised. The intention is not to offend, but to provide information. Proceed only if you are comfortable with potentially sensitive topics. I'm not a therapist. I'm not attempting to portray one. I'm inviting you along on my healing journey. With that being said, welcome back to another episode of The Trust Tree. I am your trustee, the Naj Fino. As you can see, I'm broadcasting live literally from the Trust Tree. I'm inside my humble abode, real comfy with it. I hope everybody's having an amazing day, off to an amazing week. I want to give a shout out to my son. He turned 11 today, so happy birthday, Lewis, aka Mussolino. So it's been real vibed out around here today. We've been celebrating, doing a lot of different things. um I want to talk today about like getting your vibe in order. You know what I'm saying? Checking your energy. um Sometimes our intention is not to like throw somebody else's energy off, or to ruin somebody else's day, but sometimes like bad energy will get on you. um it's true that you cannot destroy energy. You can only transfer it, or transform it, if you will. So, and it might not even be bad energy. It could just be weird energy, or like a weird vibe. You know what I'm saying? But like either way, we got to learn to protect our peace, because we can let other people's energy get on us. You know what I'm saying? Um, I know it'll get on me, so I try to stay the fuck out of Dodge. If I'm sensing something weird, something that I don't want to get on me, I'm not. I'm not really messing with that. Again, energy can't be destroyed. It can only be transformed or transferred, if you will. So it's got to go somewhere. So let's encourage positivity. Let's lead with like genuine intention. You know what I'm saying? If you're having a bad day or you're angry about something, like try journaling about it. You know what I'm saying? Or like journaling away that petty intention, or just be mindful of where your energy is at, and don't put that off on somebody else, because we all working on being better people and being the best versions of ourselves. So like the universe responds to the frequency that we on. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't recognize your personal desires and your wants and things of that nature. It just picks up on that frequency you on, however you vibrate. So if you vibrating, out of fear and guilt and shame, it's gonna bring you back that type of vibration. If you operating out of love, joy, and abundance, that's what you're gonna get back from the universe. You know what I'm saying? Think of it like a radio station. Like you have to tune into the channel that plays the music that you want to hear. So tune your frequency to receive the energy and the vibration that you want to manifest into your life. You know what I'm saying? Um, with that being said, today we got a really special guest on the show. This lady out here in these internet streets acting a fool. I personally think she's super real. She's hilarious. Like she a vibe. She got a vibe. Like she puts me in the mind of that auntie that play cards that you want to be around. Like you wanna receive her energy. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure we gonna get some we gonna get some gems out of her. We gonna get some laughs out of her. She gonna put us on some real shit. And I don't know, we might even get her to read us one way or another. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome to the Trust Tree, Gangster Reader. Welcome.
Hello.
How are you this
Can you?
evening?
I'm doing fine. How about yourself? I like that presentation you gave. That was a beautiful one. But I was getting into what you were saying. Hell,
Thank
I
you.
was about to get humble off your damn conversation. I was like, damn, I'm over here getting humble. You were just talking. I'm over here humbling myself like a motherfucker.
But no, on some real shit. Like, I was really like sitting in that today, like thinking about them energies, right? Because when you encounter people like at the grocery store or wherever you at, people be having bad ass mojo, and I don't know where it come from. If something happened to them before they got to work or whatever, but that'll get on you. You know what I'm saying? Like we
Mm-hmm.
really got to guard
Because
ourselves. We really got to
for
guard
one,
ourselves against that.
right. For one, hurt people hurt people. And a lot of these people hurt.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Hurt
Yes.
people, and a lot of people hurt. A lot of people hurt. They moving off of, they hurt their emotions and stuff like that. And that's why they act like they act. And honestly, like, I don't know about nobody else, but what I had to learn, it's really a difference in saying grand risings and good morning. Good morning, people act like mornings. Real deal. They act like walking morning
Mm-hmm.
motherfuckers. Grand risings is it brings off a different energy.
It does.
Morning
It
is
even feels
morning.
different when you
No
say
matter
it.
how you spell it, potato, potato. Yep, potato, potato. When you tell somebody good in morning, from my understanding of what I get from, like, I don't do a lot of research. I just go straight off the head. Whatever I hear the spirit say, that's my research. I ain't researching. So, like, from my understanding with that morning, is what's supposed to be good about morning. No matter how you spell it, what's supposed to be so good about somebody morning? Nothing. But grand rising, that's what God did. He rose again. And when you wake up
Mm.
in the morning, you rising again. So it's grand rising.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a grand entry into this day again, into this world when somebody didn't wake up this morning.
Right. Absolutely. You know what? We jumped right in head first. Gangster Reader, tell the people who you are in your own words.
So I'm a spiritual messenger. When I first came out, it was about 8 years ago when I really just, I've been hearing voices all my life. And I can just look at somebody and I was just hearing voices about that person, but I never told nobody. I never said anything. And so when I did as a child, I was seeing red and bluebirds all the time. I didn't know what it meant. They just always used to come and land in front of my face. I'm like, am I the only one be seeing anything? They follow me everywhere I go. So the older I get, it kept going on. And so I started speaking on the things that I was hearing to my family, checking them on stuff. I can hear a lie through the wall. But when it's brought up with a room full of people, I'm the one gonna say, that ain't what happened. When you said this, when this, and so I was considered the person that'll lie. She gonna exaggerate. Don't say that. This and this and that.
Mm.
Ain't nobody gonna believe you, ain't nobody gonna listen to you. So I got quiet from my 20s all the way to my 40s. I didn't say
Mm.
nothing. I stopped telling people what the voices were saying because, excuse me, your family shut you down first. That's the first person you want to believe in you is your family. They didn't ever believe in me, so I got quiet. Then I started talking about it to my best friends and started telling them. They was like, you be seeing it? You be hearing it? I'm like, yeah. They like, why don't you say something? I'm like, ain't nobody gonna believe in me. I started telling my family, said, they like, man, go out on the limb. We right behind you. So like I stepped out on Facebook, on faith, I was listening to these spirits talk to me and tell me shit. I really was scared to repeat it, but I did it anyway because I had to learn that you need to be scared of the flesh. You don't need to be scared of the spirit. You need to be scared of the flesh. The flesh gonna hurt you. The spirit ain't gonna fuck with you. You got to fuck with the spirit for the spirit to fuck with you. And I know how to handle the spirit. So I deal with a lot of unsolved murders. I don't know how
Mm.
God felt like I can deal with it, but I mastered that motherfucker. When I say I got an honors and a scholars and a tassel, I got everything I can take. So at first I used to be scared, with the unsolved murders. It really started with my family with the generational curses. I think one of my uncles had unalived somebody. And I checked him on it. And he like, girl, what you talking about? And then he went and told my mama. And Keena came to me and said this and that. And my mama like, where you get that from? You know how people say, what happened in this house stays in this house. You with it? And I don't believe in it. Them generational curses. I'm here to break all generational curses because people need to know you can't get in heaven with all that excess garbage. That's the reason. You can't take shit to heaven with you. That's the reason why when they close the casket, ain't nothing there but your ass. Can't nothing go with you.
Mm.
Ain't nothing go with you.
Mm.
And people think that they can bring everything from their past, everything they can do, everything that they done did. I also had to learn that when it see that Bible will throw you off. I'm not gonna tell nobody what to believe in, how to believe it. I don't believe in the Bible. I don't read it. I don't touch it. I don't none of that. I did it when I was a child because that's what I was taught. I was brought up in the church, but no, I had to know when you know better, you do better. So I had to also learn with the word sin, because the Bible will throw you off. With the word sin, they just taught us that we can sin and ask God to forgive us. But there's no number in front of sin and there's no S on the end. So how do you know when you're running out? How do you know when you're running out? And so when you really, 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 really need him and he don't show up, but he get to run into you how you burnt him out for bullshit. Like if you drunk, Lord, if you get me home right now, I promise I ain't gonna drink no more. Then you drunk again and 2 days later, but you just wasted a blessing. So when you get on that deathbed and you call him for him, he get to remind you, remember when you were drunk? Remember when you and that man were fighting? Remember when your kids you were calling on me for all that fuck shit because you thought you had a number in the front of the sin and the S on the end. Nobody told you when I was going to get tired of you and wash my hand. If I kick my own son ass up off of me, what the fuck make you think I won't kick my other children ass up off of me? So people need to know when they running out. They need to know when they running out. You can't keep thinking, I'm a sin. I'm gonna go out here and repent. I'm gonna ask God to forgive. Nah, baby, this shit run out. I'm a firm believer to tell you it runs out. It runs out. He
Yeah.
gonna put you in a position and show you I'm not coming. And a lot of people don't believe, it's just like if you had if you open up your own company right now. If you open up your own company right now and said you was gonna run your company, you at the top, because this your company. But it ain't no way in hell you can do all this shit by yourself that comes along running that company. You can't. And live your own life and get 8 hours of sleep. You can't do it. So when you at the top and you trying to run some, first thing you got to do is get you some workers. And you got to get some loyal workers. And you're going to build you a fast team. So that's God. He at the top. He can't be here for everybody that's praying. He went and got him some workers. I'm a worker. And I'm certified. People don't like to believe in workers because people extended the gift. They brought out the cards. They brought out the crystal balls. They brought out the incense and the black magic and all this extra shit that come along with it. It don't take all that. If you gifted and you say you really listening to God, what you got the cards for?
Mm.
Everybody have a way of touching in with their gift and doing this and doing that. But when he tapped me on my shoulder, I had the blunt in my hand. And people say I cuss too much. Cussing is putting a spell on somebody. I use a lot of profanity. But the crazy tail part is I didn't bring this language to earth. It's just the one I choose to speak. And if you don't speak my language, go talk to the people that speak thee, thou, thou, French, Spanish. I speak profanity. You don't like it, go talk to the people that talk to you. But I didn't make this language up. I just happen to fucking like it. And people don't
I
like
come
me
from a custom
because
family,
when I
so I
give,
get it.
people don't like me because of the way I give it. But to me, I look at the way God brought it to me and the way he wanted me to give the message. If you come with that thee, thou, thou, and them boring Bible verses, you're going to get a whole lot of boring ass people nodding and farting in the middle of you talking. If you bring that shit and use a couple of cussing words, bring that shit and get some attention, you're going to get their attention. Because I was cursing and had the blunt in my hand when he tapped me on the shoulder and told me I worked for him. So I knew that wasn't the problem. So I ain't gonna never let nobody define my character because I have a blunt and I'm cursing, because that ain't gonna take my gift away. He gave it to me with it in my hand and with the words coming out of my mouth. So I learned through God how to humble people. A lot of people say that word but don't know what it means. They don't honestly know what it means until you can talk to somebody who's really, like, we all God's kids, don't get me wrong, but to literally tell you about yourself and don't even know you and read your whole life and don't know you. And I can't do nothing but get it from who?
Mm-hmm.
And so some people don't believe in it and some people do, but that's the problem with the world. They throwing up churches on every corner in every block. And you got 1 million pastors, but the world ain't changing. It ain't getting better, it's getting worse. So the pastors lying somewhere. Somebody lying. Somebody ain't praying like they say they praying. Because it don't take that much. But when you got real spiritual people like me and we on the back burner, all because we said we do readings or we spiritual, don't nobody want to believe in us. So we get our numbers low. But low people numbers count too. If we didn't count to nobody but God.
Mm.
Low numbers count too. Everybody go for the high numbers and the high people and the high this and the high that. That's their point. That's what they go for. But see, God was just one person. And they singled him out. So standing alone is what the spiritual people do. We stand alone. Half of them you run across, I'm scared. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to come out. And it is scary sometimes. That's how I come on understand how people fake it. I don't see how
Oh.
I literally have unalive people walk up to me, bloody, whatever. However they passed away, that's how they walk up to me telling their story.
Mm.
Now that's scary, but I
So
got over it.
so when when you said that, you went through that period, because people was calling you a liar, specifically in your family and whatnot, and when you just stopped talking, that period where you just kind of kept it to yourself, when when they were still reaching out to you, you was just holding it in, you just was
Mm-hmm.
keeping whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
What was that like?
Especially the red and blue birds. Man, when I say I was seeing, so I found out the red birds are male spirits from heaven, and the blue birds are female spirits from heaven, and they come back to let you know if it's the unsolved. They came back to talk. If it's just like rest in peace mean it's not unsolved. You know it is what it is. The family accepted it. It is a chaos or whatever, and you resting. That's rest in peace. But it's long live your name if it's unsolved. Your spirit all over the place. Cause I ain't gonna get no rest if
Mhm.
somebody done got my body and out here just doing them. I'm not gonna rest. The soul all over the place. It's not about that corpse that they dropped in the ground. Your soul leave your body. That's the first thing. And it's finna go find its destination. But once it get to that destination, a lot of us don't believe hell is real. Hell is real. I went to hell 3 times in a dream with a spirit. But I was woke, literally talking. I'm looking. That's that when you trying to fight the monkey on your back. That ain't no monkey. They ain't no goddamn monkey. That's that spirit. And they trying to get your attention and something to go on, this and this and this. So I'm fighting. I'm like, let me up. Let me up. And I'm sweating but I'm not moving. My mouth is, but I ain't moving. But in my heart, in my mind, and my eyes open, I'm fighting. But I couldn't get up. And that spirit only wanted to tell me, I need you to go back and tell these people because everybody think everybody go to the same place when they leave here. That's not true. It's a heaven and a hell. And someone about to burn that motherfucker up. And I had to come back and tell it. And I came back and told it. Like I don't bite my tongue with my gift at all.
So what happens when you so the people who have been unalive, that and it's an unsolved situation, they come to you to, because they want to talk through it. So that's a lot, what I'm saying, for you, what I'm saying. Have you ever gone to the police and they actually believed
Mm-mm.
you?
The police played me 2 times, so I don't fuck with the police. And they ask
Okay.
I'm doing their job with no badge, with no payroll,
Mm,
and I can get more money than them. If the murder say $10,000 reward if you solve it, I'm walking in the door and solving it. You heard me? But they finna run me in a circle before I can't get that money. They gonna go solve it and get it because the money be gone. I done it too many times. But I can call out of town to Atlanta and all. Now, this in my city. This done happened to me a couple of times. I called out of town to Atlanta and saw something, to Dallas, Texas and saw something. And I told them I didn't want the money. Give it back to the family because they were both in poverty. But they had to lost their kids. Gave both of the money back to the family. Because with this gift, like, it ain't no dollars. It ain't no end of it. Because I wake up one day and solve a $50,000 just like that. I don't do that, but I can do that. So it
hmm
ain't no dollars, it ain't no dollar, no, it ain't no numbers behind it. Because I just feel like that one day I get up, I'm gonna go do it. That one day I feel like I'm ready for the I'm finna go on. I'm gonna bust the $50,000 case if it's out there. But you gotta know if the police involved, they're gonna make it hard for you to get their money. You got to talk directly to the family. See, the family will have a reward, and then the police will have one too. Because a lot of people family don't believe in the police.
Right. Right. Especially black people.
Uh-huh. They'll tell you, you got to think about it like they'll tell you, we gonna call you back. But it's another case and another case piling on top of their case. You think they going backwards and cases steady going up. So they don't never call them families back. I'm in this group that I got
And I
put
know,
in on.
I know.
I
we
got in
we
this group. Huh?
in my family, we got a situation. My nephew was killed, and they gave us the run around, for a little while. I don't know. A part of me don't really feel like they wasn't really necessarily try to sweep the shit under the rug, like, we not even gonna look into it. But it's kind of sort of like, in a lot of situations, they got, it's 20 more murders like that. You know what I'm saying? Where your personal one came from. You know what I'm saying? And ain't
Yeah.
nobody saying nothing or whatever. And then eventually they just move on to the next.
Yeah. Do you know anybody named Nico?
Nico?
Uh-huh.
No, I don't think so.
Or Neo or something like that.
No. Uh-uh.
Leo, Leo, Leo. I don't know. When you was telling this, when you just said something about your nephew, that's what I'm hearing. Neo, Leo, something like that. He trying to say a name.
I don't know. Now you
Creole.
might have fucked around and have
Is somebody Creole?
Rio. No,
Don't worry about
not that I know
Don't
of.
worry about I have to do a reading on it.
Okay,
And then whatever I just said gonna come back out again.
okay.
Somebody
But
got an
like
O on Somebody got an O on the end of their name though.
an O at the end of their name.
hmm Like Mario,
Yeah,
something like that. It's an O on it. I keep thinking it was Neo or Leo, something like that.
I do know a few Mario's.
Mm. But we'll wait until unless you want to read about that because I just jumped straight into it and tear it up. Jump straight
You
into it. No
can.
heat. I'm talking about no. I work for the spirit. I don't work for the flesh. So I don't worry about the flesh.
You want to do it? Let's do it.
Go ahead. What happened? I don't do names. I do not do names.
So
I don't do
so
names. So you
from
can.
what? Okay, no names. So
Mm-hmm.
from what we know, um, he was on the bus stop and somebody. So there was a witness who she she was the one that called the police and she stayed with him until the ambulance came. So she told what she saw. So it was a car pulled up and if I'm not mistaken, they jumped out the car and they just shot him a bunch of times and left him.
How old was he?
And I believe in his 20s, Lord, I'm sorry, I can't remember. Like about 22,
Just
23 ish.
and he was at the bus stop and the car pulled up and
And
shot him.
it was like
Was
it
it a
was
car?
pretty late.
Was it a car? Or look more like a truck or a van? SUV looking thing. I don't see no car. I see a SUV. Truck van looking thing.
Specifically, I don't know.
Okay.
Specifically, I don't know. I never wanted to look at the paperwork, you know what I'm saying, and read the specifics.
Yeah. Was you close to him?
Yeah. My husband was way closer to him though.
Okay, so he was involved with a short female. I think this short female got some kids or a child, but it ain't his.
Say, can you repeat that?
The whole thing.
What no,
The
what you
whole.
just said.
I
You
said
said
the
about a
short.
child. What happened?
Yeah, I said the short female has a child, but I don't think it's his child. But this guy that's involved got something to do with that child, and he going back and forth with the female, and there was some words passed, and she know who did it.
Mm,
And whoever the guy is, he got some brothers, and all of them think they tough, but all of them wasn't in the car. One brother in the car and another gang member guy, because it were four people. But this looked like some female and I can't even say baby mama, baby daddy, because it ain't none of his baby mama.
mm,
But it was the other dude got something to do with her and the baby. I see it plain as day
okay. Let me tell the correct.
because he was sitting down at the bus stop, and when he seen the car, he got up and he was trying to run, but he ain't make it.
Okay. So I I told you I'm a little fuzzy on it. So my husband say he was at the bus stop, but some people like walked up on him and shot him. They like
Mm-hmm.
walked past him and they came back.
And they can't, yeah. Then I bet you they got in a truck or some little SUV and pulled off. They walked up because they seen them sitting at that bus stop. He was sitting down at first, and I could see him getting up. I think he had on some dark colors.
And
hmm
that sounds
Do
about
he
right.
wear hat?
I,
Do he wear hat? Do he wear hats? Ball
yeah.
caps? Yeah. The reason why I'm saying it because I think he had a head on that day because I'm seeing the scene of the guys going past. This is how it went. Now listen to me. The guys going past. The way he got the head and pulled down. One of them niggas was like, is that nigga at that bus stop? Is that nigga? That's why I say he was sitting down there first. They went and parked down somewhere and came back walking to do the due diligence. When he seen them walking, he got up. He was trying to leave, but it didn't go that way. And they walked back down the same way they walked up and got in that SUV looking car and drove off. And whoever that lady is that told the story, our story need to be kind of matching. Cause they probably walked up, but they didn't walk off. They pulled off because they already had rolled past when one nobody paying attention and they were looking.
Mm.
This happened around a brick wall somewhere. It's a brick wall somewhere near that bus stop. Cause I can see him like he was about to run straight into that motherfucker. He was just running, trying to get away. And he fell down and collapsed. And he passed out like this. Cause when he was running, that's how he fell. Just like this. Mm-hmm.
And this
I'm
and
saying,
this this
I'm
type this
saying,
type of stuff comes.
I'm saying something about a little girl. That's the child. The child is a little girl then. It's about a little girl. I just heard him playing today. It's about a little girl. Something about a baby. Some got something to do. That's what come I know it's another nigga involved. That's the nigga that pulled the trigger. Or whatever happened. One night, it didn't know. I don't know if I don't know. By y'all, you saying they shot him a lot of time. It probably was a lot of time, but it wasn't a lot of guns. It was one gun. Cause that's the nigga had the vengeance. The other niggas was with, let's just jump the nigga and beat his ass. That nigga had a vengeance. That's why he shot that many times. But they had already been passing words. But the little short female got something to do with it, and it's a daughter involved. Now I don't know if I'm losing you, but that's what the fuck the spirit's saying.
Mm.
And I'm back hearing
And
that
when
Mario. Now I'm hearing that Mario shit. It was Mario. Yeah. What about Mario? What'd he do? Mhm. Mario knows something. I don't know what he did, but he knows something.
I'm sure gonna ask my sister-in-law if she know if she heard any of his friends or anybody named Mario or hell everybody named for that matter. Because at first
You,
you
you
was
know
just
what
saying it
Sco?
ended in a oh.
You know somebody named Sco?
I think I do.
It's something he's saying with this O on the end. I thought it was Neo, Leo, Mario, Sco. It's something because he keep repeating it, and I keep hearing that O. I can't get the rest of it. I don't know if he talks slurred or he stutter, but I can't figure out what the fuck he's saying. But I heard the O on the end. I don't
We'll
know if
stay
he
with
get
it though.
drunk. I don't know if he get drunk or something. Maybe his voice just slurred right now. I don't know what the fuck going on, but I just heard the old part. But I heard the rest of the story though real clear. But this name, maybe he don't want me to say it on the internet. Maybe the motherfucker watching. I don't know. It's an O on the end.
Now when when this let's say you sleeping right or whatever you doing and like it's like something come to you like do it startle you or at this point you just I'm
Mhm.
used to it, it
It
is
used
what
to.
it is.
It used to. Yeah, it is what it is. Now, sometimes I might be looking this way, but I can see out my peripheral. One and walked up, I might jump, but I'd be like, "What the fuck you want?" And who the fuck told you to just walk? It is what it is. I'd rather talk to them than rip people. Real shit. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't get used to it. It's just like a job. You've been doing something for so long, you get used to
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it.
One
Mhm.
time I had went to like a little get together or whatever, and it was a couple of us. We was having dinner, and it was a girl. She was there, and she had like crazy energy. You know what I'm saying? Like her energy was crazy. It was heavy, and like she kept getting up from the table and leaving, going to the bathroom. She kept getting up, coming back, getting up, coming back. And then the girl who house we was at, she was like, just tell her. Otherwise, it's just weird. So she said, she like basically said like she was a medium and like spirits come to her when they want to you know get in contact with somebody or whatever, and she was saying
Mhm.
that like somebody was trying to like, talk to me or whatever. And at the time, my uncle had passed away, it hadn't been that long. So I just, I ain't got no experience with it. I just automatically assumed, that's who it was or whatever. But after a while, we wound up realizing that it wasn't even me they was trying to talk to. It was the guy of the house. And
Yeah,
I guess he was used to her, and he wasn't in the mood, nor was he in the space to receive none of that. So he
yeah.
cussed her out or whatever, told her to go on with all that, go on with
I
all
get,
that.
I
But
get that.
she
I get that. I get that all the time.
and you just be like, all right, well, I mean,
I don't care
what you
because
want me
that's
to
your
do?
law. That's your law. These ain't my kin people. These yours. They trying to reach out to you. So what the fuck I'm gonna be mad for? Because you don't want to hear your kinfolk. You didn't give a fuck how
Right.
long they been unsolved. You didn't even give a fuck how long they been unsolved. So sometimes carry these people so long, it get tiring.
hmm How
Stay
how
around so
long did it
long.
take you? How long did it take you to just be at peace with it, to come to terms with it? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, this is it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? This is just part of me.
I can't put a date on it because it's still going on right now. Like none of the deaths, they might be similar, but they not the same. So
Mm.
some of this stuff be unbelievable and it breaks me down. So it depends on which one come at me and what happened. It gonna break me down. So it's always overwhelming. Always. Always. But the crazy tale partner I always tell people, and people don't even believe it, but it's more grandmamas in hell than anything on this earth. I ain't lying. It's a whole heap of them motherfuckers. A whole bunch of gray wig wearing ass motherfuckers. They down there ready to burn like a motherfucker. And I heard
What you
something
think
about,
it?
I heard the spirit just said something about Barbara and some spaghetti. But what you say?
Did you mentioned about the grandmas? You think that's because of they role in like sweeping things under the rug and
There
like
you go. Yeah, yeah. You got a gift?
I wouldn't say I got a gift. I think I'm intuitive personally.
Yeah. You be channeling?
What's that mean?
That means you be doing it because you don't even know what it is. How many senses you
Oh
get?
shit.
It ain't no wrong or right answer. How many senses you get? Senses like hearing,
Ooh.
tasting, touching.
Well, I mean, I got them all, but shit. I mean,
How many of you
I
we
wouldn't
were
say one
taught?
was
Then
stronger than the other.
how many you get? Ask your husband how many
You
he
got
get.
what? Hearing, smelling, tasting, touching.
Yeah, all your life
It's
you been
five.
taught you
Five of
had
them
how many?
motherfuckers.
5.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So okay, so boom. That's what we was taught. Cause that been my answer all my life.
hmm
5. But let me tell you, when I jumped in the spiritual world, what they told me. They said, well, what's
You got
common?
6 of them.
Yeah. They asked me what was common. I said, common who? They said common is a sense. And then and it ain't common in a lot of people. So when you talking to a motherfucker with 5 senses, you gonna know. And when you talking to a motherfucker with 6, you gonna know. So what I'm telling you is, I'm talking to you and I know you got 6. Fuck what you telling me you got 5. I know you got 6. Because a lot of shit you saying, you finishing some sentences that I ain't even really gotta say too much. You know something. But you scared like I was in the beginning. You scared.
Can I be
If
honest
God
with you?
did,
Can I be honest with you
uh-huh,
about something though?
uh-huh,
It's not that I don't like it, but I don't like it because I don't. I don't. It's some weird. A lot of weird shit happened to me when I was a kid, right? And like,
uh-huh.
I used to always just be like, nah, hell no. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I never met anybody that I could relate to on that level.
I can relate
So
to you. I'm picking it up. I didn't pick up your past too. But the other little girl wasn't scarred as bad as you. You hurt more for her than you did for yourself. And that's a lot of ways, a lot of reasons why you like you is now and people don't understand. Really, you don't even care to explain it to them, but I see it. And I also see you like a medium, but you don't care to get into it because you feel like everybody around you ain't gonna believe you no way. The shit I went through.
mm,
And I'm also say you be seeing the red bird. That's the reason why when I said something about the red bird, you stop talking like, what the fuck she just say? Yeah, the red bird. The red
what-
birds are male. The red birds are male spirits from heaven. That's the uncle. Let me say that because he tall too. The male bird, the red birds are male spirits from heaven. They come around and let you know that you love and protect it. I still got you. I might couldn't say you then, but I got you now. And this man
but
right
is
here
it
was,
literally a red bird?
it's a blue one too. You mean is it all red?
I'm saying, like, yeah, like, is it like a, like, I'm saying literally, is it a bird that's, you know what I'm saying, that might land on your shoulder, on the counter, or whatever?
Well, now you had to go to my Facebook page because it was this lady doubted me one time. Her son had passed away. And she doubted me. I don't believe in that bullshit. Don't call my phone. She was talking $1 million worth of shit. Now, I've never seen them do this right here, but this is a story I always got to tell people. And it's even on my Facebook. You got to go back on one of them old readers. But she said, well, tell the bitch, this is exactly how she said, well, tell the bitch if she's so motherfucking real and she be talking to my son, tell him to fly his red ass over here and come see his mama. Well, you know how them people be sweeping and they don't get the dustpan and get the trash up. They lazy ass sweep the shit out the door. Well, she had her ass up early one morning sweeping trash out the door with her dirty feet ass. She was sweeping trash out the motherfucking floor. And the red bird flew in her motherfucking house and he wouldn't get out. She didn't know if to swat him with the broom and get him out now. She over there hollering, my baby, my baby, my baby. Oh, like she got the Holy Ghost or some shit. And she grabbed her phone and went live. Should have said, hey, a red bird in my house. My son over here. I said, not the bitch who didn't believe it. So, yeah, it'd be a whole lot of shit. Now, I'm going to tell you some shit that throw you the fuck. Girl, now this on my Facebook page too, December the 1st, 2020. I never forget this day right here. Girl, let me tell you something. Speaking of a bird. Now, you hear the old folks say all the time, and they just be don't. We say a lot of shit we don't know the meaning behind. So I hear people say something about that wild goose chase all the time. All the time. Wild goose chase. You take me on this wild goose chase. I ain't even going on this wild goose chase. Ain't no goose chasing damn motherfucker. But that's all they talk about is the wild goose chase. Now, this speaking of the red and the blue bird. Okay, so when I first jumped into my gift, it was these 8 guys. They can like if you go on my Facebook page, all you gonna see majority of me talking about the great 8. I say the great 8 because these 8 guys, they the one that came in and say, look here, man, look, all this shit you hearing and you seeing and your people, look, we real. And it goes just like this here. Get in touch with my mom and tell her what happened to me. The other boy hacked the house and call my dad and tell him he's still hanging with the nigga that killed me. You know, coming like this. So I'm like, what the fuck? But it was real. So I called them my grade 8. Now, my grade 8 just so happened these guys died in 8 different parts of the city. But they happened to be buried side by side at the graveyard. So I used to try to trot my ass out there because I had got their spirit and their mamas had then once you be buried for a minute, them folk don't give a fuck about no flowers and no going out there checking on them graves and they don't know if you done sunk, if don't nobody tell. And so I got a thing of going out there, you know, cleaning off their grave if it rained and debris and wiping down the tombstone. I don't know why I did that because I never done that. It was just a spiritual thing. Well, this one particular day, I ain't been out there since this here, December the 1st, 2020. Well, one particular day, I'm out there trotting my ass through that motherfucker finna clean up some grave. And this bird about tall as my goddamn grandkids. I'm just walking and wiping out shit and I heard the bird say, quack. And I jumped. I said, what the fuck is what the fuck a bird doing at the graveyard? And I jumped. I said, what the? So me, I done took my phone because he real close. I done swatted at him. Like, man, get your ass. And I bent back over finna clean up that motherfucker did it again. What? And I turned around, I was like, oh, it's real. So I jumped back. And when I jumped back, he started doing his neck and his beak. He ain't got no arms. He doing his neck and his beak. Now I'm high as a fool. I done smoked about 6 blunts, so I'm thinking this shit in 3D. He doing his beak like this here. But I'm still standing on top of the grave that I was clean. He doing his beak like this, you know, like he trying to reach out and pick me. I'm like, what the fuck? So now I'm backing up. And I'm calling this. I ain't had nothing but my phone on me. That man in the car, I got the gun and everything else. But I didn't think I needed a gun at the graveyard, so the gun ain't on me. Because I'm out just cleaning off graves. So I'm swatting my phone because I always take pictures of their graves of the before and after when I clean it up. I got the phone, you know, and I'm swatting the phone at the bird like, get your ass on. He ain't going. He getting more aggressive. Quack! He getting louder. Quack! I'm like, wait a minute. Now I caught myself backing up so hard, I don't see nothing but empty grave, bitch. If you back up in, you going to go in one of them empty holes, and they 6 feet deep. So now it's time to get active around this motherfucker. I'm coming like Wonder Woman. Wonder Twin Powers, y'all better activate, because this bird is about to do something. So I'm looking at the holes and shit. You better not bust a strange move. And I had on some Ugg boots and it was wet out there. I'd never forget this shit. It's on my Facebook page. I can't make this shit up. I don't even know why I was recording. I record in the grave. So when the bird I seen, he was finna bag me to the where the ones that was already a hole in the ground, like they were finna get ready to drop a body, or you gonna have to go back that way. But I couldn't go back past him because he wasn't going. So I tried to get aggressive, like push my way back that way before I let him push me back toward the empty hole. Yeah, before I knew it, I was on a wild goose chase straight through the graveyard. I'm running like Hebrew slaves in that motherfucker from that bird. I never in my life stopped to think, bitch, he got wings. You can fly over yonder way. If he wants your ass, he ain't got to do nothing but fly. But he was running. I said, next I hear them feet coming up behind me, piddly pally. I said, oh, this shit real. Girl, I ain't think to call my phone. I ain't think to cut the live off. I'm just running. All this shit recorded. Bird chasing me. So here go me. I don't know how. Out of my this was what I said, and you gonna see it on the line. I told them grade 8. I said, I know damn well y'all ain't finna let me die at the graveyard. And I came out here to help y'all. I said, somebody better get up and bust a move. This is on the line. Girl, look. When the bird fucked around and did what I was thinking, he flew. That motherfucker flapped his wing one time. Bop! That motherfucker gliding like an airplane going over Trump House. I said, now, I'm looking at this bird come toward my face, gliding. What you gonna run for and somebody flying? Girl, like this when I got to praying. Man, y'all better get y'all ass up out this grave right now. And I'm saying it on the line. Man, get y'all ass up out this grave, y'all. Man, don't let me down here, man. Man, don't let me down here, man. Ain't nobody gonna find me, man. Man, I'm saying all kind of shit. And all I know is I heard a voice say, open your eyes. I opened my eyes, the bird was going in the opposite direction. I still went to the car and got that pistol. Clack, clack, pow, busting it insane. We gonna have duck
But
soup tonight, goddamn it.
the
Yes, and
funniest
it's
shit
real.
is about you not thinking about the fact that the bird had wings.
And I'm running. I'm thinking I didn't get some distance on his ass. He looking at me like, you dumb ass bitch. I'm waiting on you to get far. I'm finna fly. So after I done ran so far, thinking I'm getting somewhere, that motherfucker hit that motherfucker. Bow, them big ass wings. And then, so I get spiritual readings too. And I went and got a reading and she said, oh, wow. Like it wasn't shit. Then she wiped the lady I get the reading from, but I love her. She said, oh, wow. You literally went on the wild goose chase. He go me, because knowing it was a goose when I looked the shit up. I said, yeah, dang. So me, a lot of shit come along with that spiritual world. A lot of perks. Oh, now, because these motherfuckers talking about a wild goose chase, I actually went on one of them motherfuckers in the
Like
graveyard.
literally. Like literally.
Literally. Now, I'm laughing now, but December the 1st, and when you go back and watch that live, I was crying like a motherfucker. I was calling on my mama.
But
I was calling on God.
I call them things gangbangers for real, because they I don't know what's wrong with them. Like
They too
they don't
big.
care. They
They
don't
too
care.
big.
That yeah, yeah,
They too big.
and when they want to get on bullshit, they do. When they want to get on bullshit, they do.
And the lady told me when I got the reading. So what she said was, you constantly going out there to that grave and hoping and praying them boys get justice when their own family done gave up on them. Baby, you going on a wild goose chase. Don't do it no
Mm.
more. I ain't been out there since 2020. And the inside of me was hurting. But I'm like, the soul left the body and came to me. Fuck, I'm going out there talking to the wooden box. You know what I'm saying? Girl, I
Yeah.
ain't been out there finna be 5 years December 1st.
And speaking of when the families give up on them, like have any of them ever expressed to you they personal feelings when they themselves realize that, or are they not really in tune with what they with the living in that way?
I saw something for a lady that she been waiting on a detective for 25 years. I told her
Mm.
exactly where to go, and the body was right there. And she ain't never stopped thanking me to this day. Like I charge $100 for my read. It depends on what you saying and what I'm hearing the spirit say. Some of the spirit be like, man, go and do this shit. My mom them ain't got no motherfucker money. Them folk broke as a motherfucker. Go and do it. I got you. And they really be helping me. They might some kind of way, some of my rent be getting paid. I be like, what the fuck? But there you go. You know, they didn't save my kids. Like one of my sons got shot 5 times. I heard the spirit say, we ain't gonna take him. We just scan his ass because you don't know he be gangbanging like a motherfucker. And
Mm.
he here after 7 shots. Another one of my sons, he was gone on them pills, them old Percocets and tabs and all that shit. And he used to be nodding in the car, driving and all that. And he nodded off and went head on with an 18-wheeler. They called my phone 4
Ooh, have
times from
mercy.
the hospital. Yeah, he went head on with an 18-wheeler, went under and everything. They called my phone 4 times from the hospital before I can leave the house and said, he gone. We got him back. He gone. We got him back. He gone. I just sat down and said, Lord, have your way. The next phone call said, we got a heartbeat. Come on. So, you know, it's deep. You know, it's deep. I never knew
I want
that.
to say I can't see the comments like they too small. I don't know what the hell going on. I can see people are
Oh,
commenting, you putting them up there,
I
but I
can't
can't
see
actually
nothing.
read what
I can't see nothing. All I see is me
it's
and
been a
you.
few minutes. Yeah, like I see that one up there, but it's too small for me to read.
Mm.
I think
Um,
that say that is scary. There you go. Look, if you can make it a little bit bigger.
I don't know.
There we go. Perfect. Okay, yeah, let's say that's scary. Um,
Yeah,
but
yep,
you
and
know, like I just keep thinking about just you and like how and like how is that for you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Your comfort and your mental status, you know what I'm saying? And I mean this because you already said like at this point you're used to it, but like do you ever just have days where you be like, I just don't want this shit?
I don't think you probably can, but I don't think if God give you a job, you can quit. How do you go tell God, I don't
Mm,
want this no more? You know, but
mm-hmm.
imagine him telling you he ain't gonna do it no more. So I don't think that
Ah,
can happen. You know, so I look at it like it's a bonus. You know what I'm saying? And if he chose me and he felt like I was bold enough to stand and hold a position like that, because okay, I don't step outside my boundaries with my gift. I literally stay what he explained to me. That's how to humble people. I can do it. I can tell you your fuck ups and where you need to straighten up before you get up out of here. Real quick. And you're gonna know I know what I'm talking about because I don't even know you. I do relationship reading. You gotta be ready. You gotta be ready, cause I'm going there. I ain't sparing a birth. I ain't sparing nothing. If he did it yesterday, I'm finna tell it. If she did it yesterday, I'm finna tell it. I don't pick a side. I'm with the righteous. That's it. I always look at my gift when I'm doing my read. My God gonna take that motherfucker. You lie. I ain't got time. I ain't got time. I ain't got time. We here for a good time, not a long time. So I ain't got time to play with nobody. Not when it come to that. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Because I haven't met nobody personally where I can touch them like this here and they can do what I do. So I feel like it's a privilege and I know a whole lot of people. I done almost humbled everything around me. I have 4 biological sons, but I adopted 3. So I raised 7 boys by myself. No man, nothing. So I know it can be big. They say it take a village. No, the fuck it don't. It take a strong ass woman. And that's
Mm,
the reason why I don't fuck with the Bible. The Bible always talking about men. Joseph, John, Dick, John, Harry, Ezekiel, Paul, God, Jesus, Lord, Yahweh, this, that, Jesus, and all these motherfuckers. If a woman bring men in the world, where the bitches at in the Bible? And all the men got the skirts on. Man, I ain't rocking with that shit. I'm not rocking with it. Y'all ain't talking about no women in that motherfucking. I know goddamn well it took a woman to have him to bring him in the world. Why y'all ain't talking about this lady? So I met the Grand Reaper spiritually. I really met the Grand Reaper like, damn, black boots, black, no face, big hat, hood on. What, baby, what you doing in my house? What's up with
mm.
you? You look scary. I called it the Dark Vader. I called it the Dark Vader. Do you know the Grand Reaper is a woman? That's a fucking woman. And her face hid because men always get the credit for every goddamn thing. And we got the power. If we didn't push them out, what the fuck? So how you talking about God, Jesus, and Lord and Yahweh? What a lady. Don't tell me about Mary. I want to hear about Mary. What a lady. Okay then. They ain't talking about no ladies. A lot of this shit ain't real. If it was after Christ and before Christ, AC and BC, how the hell y'all was already spelling Jesus and there wasn't no goddamn alphabets out before Christ? Come on now. Hold up. I don't read the Bible, so I ain't gonna go too technical on this shit. I ain't gonna do that. Make myself
I
look
feel you. I
crazy.
feel.
And
Now,
see, yeah,
if you comfortable sharing, what was that encounter like with the Grim Reaper?
she scared me at first because I thought it was a dude, and I thought it was a like an unsolved mystery, like on Halloween or something. You know, like he got killed on Halloween. Because I told you they walk up just like the way they passed away. If they passed away and they
Hmm.
sleep, that's the way they gonna come back around. But somebody probably gave a pill. You get what I'm saying? So just because they come and they sleep
Yeah.
don't mean it was. They ain't gonna come to me unless it's unsolved. If it's solved, I gotta go wake them up. I got to go tap them.
Oh.
Look, your folk, I got your folks' attention. They want to know what happened to you, baby. Then they gonna wake up. Oh, there go Judy, and they gonna get to talking and this and that. And I'm gonna translate what's got to go on, and I'm going on by my business because that's a lot to hold on me. Everybody's story every day. I used to tote it. I used to carry everybody and feel sorry. People call and check up on them, baby. I realized this is a job. You got to go on, love.
That yeah, that was yeah, like carrying all that around is a lot. If for somebody who would be considered to be like the strong friend or the one in the family that everybody come to with everything, you know what I'm saying? Or like some people just have one of them faces, you know what I'm saying, where you feel like you could talk to them or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like that's heavy. I can't even
Yeah.
imagine something like this.
I went through so much in life. I had a dope house for 15 years. A
Mm.
female. My own dope house and a gun. Me, and I'm running it. I'm doing it my thing. Uh I had when Hurricane Katrina hit and all them uh New Orleans people was coming over here. I ran across some females and they just talking about they wanted to make some money. I ended up selling them. They made me sell them, like not at gunpoint, but they was like, "We'll do anything for some money. We don't care if you don't do it. We're gonna go to somebody else gonna do it, and da-da-da. But we feel safe with you." They end up selling their bodies and bringing me the money. So I don't know how that happened, but that what it happened. And yeah, I took the money. I ain't had no gun, but anyway, a lot of things that I did and went through in life, I never understood why. When I got into the spiritual way, he was like, "Hey, I had took you through this because of this. I wanted so when you get ready to tell these stories to these motherfuckers, a nigga can't be to say shit. You did everything they did. So I never understood why I went through what I went through in life. But it ain't no way you can come at me and I get you. You get what I'm saying? I done it all. I ain't never murdered nobody, but I ain't never had to.
Mm-hmm.
So you can tell me about
That's a
everything
good way
about
to,
underlying, huh?
I said that's a good way to look at it, or a good way to say
Yeah.
it. I ain't
Yeah,
never
so
murdered
he
nobody,
want
but
he he
but
wanted
I
me
ain't
to
never
be
had to.
versatile. He wanted me to be versatile. See, when you go to the churches, the preacher's gonna tell you about the good side. They barely want to bring up the bad. I'm telling you about it all because I'm not ashamed of nothing I went through in life because God took me through it. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm.
And I ain't ashamed of shit but my bank account. That's it. I ain't ashamed of shit but my bank account because everything I went through in life was shit but a trial and a tribulation. My testimony is a motherfucker. See. So I don't give a fuck about a trial and a tribulation. I need you to have that energy when I come back and tell you about my testimony, because I keep one. Yeah.
Mm. And how was that for your personal life? Because I mean, the fact of the matter is, it's pretty hard to try you. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
No, it ain't.
what one?
No, it ain't. They try me every day. And I fuck them up every day, but they try me every day. It's hard for me to get with a guy and then date him because they try to be slick. You know what I'm saying? They act like I'm going to see if I give really work. It do work. I really don't like to tell them about it. You know what I'm saying? And I really don't even want to read them. I just want to find out on my own. But some motherfuckers wake my gift up. I don't like to go to events. I don't go to events. I don't go to events. I don't go to birthday parties. I've never been to a club in my life. I don't know nothing about that type of shit. And the reason being is because I read rooms like a motherfucker. I read energy. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna read that motherfucker. If somebody in this motherfucker got a gun, I'm finna tell, hey, what the fuck you got that gun on you for? I ain't even gotta see it. Cause the spirit alerting me to everything going on, my surroundings. But I'm the type of person, I'm not scared to say shit. If God already got the timing on my life, and if it's not in your hand, why am I fearing you? They tell us to fear God for what? This the same man wake us up, put us to bed, reason why we living in healthy, this and that. What the fuck we scared of him for? If you can ask your father anything, that means you can say whatever to your heavenly father. The fuck I'm scared of him for? I sat and smoked blunts and kick it with this man. We cooler than a fan. I bet not be scared of. For what? He ain't never did nothing to threaten my life. I know long as I stay humble, I ain't gotta see that man. He ain't gonna fuck with me. The motherfucker.
Is that part of your process? Is that part of your process for getting it off you? You take one to the head and just give it back to him.
Wait, you talking about smoke one? I've been smoking since I was
Hmm.
17. I've been smoking since I was 17. I'm 51, but it probably was because of all the stuff I seen it and do it in life, and I never could speak up on it. But now it's just a leisure activity. Cause I can have a natural high.
Yeah,
I can get so high for what them spirits be telling me, and a whole day been and went by and I ain't smoked shit before I know it. Yeah, I have good days and bad days. Father's Day, it ain't near. My dad is still alive, 72 years old, still driving, everything, cooking everything.
that's a blessing.
Father's Day is like I have more male spirits that's unalive than anything. So Father's Day, everybody want their kids. Wish they shoulda, coulda, woulda, did right. Crying, Lord, give me one more chance. They think that some of them get to think they can come back. Some of them really think they get a chance to come back out and have something set outside the heaven gate. But 2 weeks thinking God gonna change his mind. Shh. I didn't think that
Mm.
all. I didn't think that all to like I really be sleep this time of night. I'm not gonna lie, I be up at spirit hours. I'm up at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the morning. That's when you can catch me good. I'm finna tell you everything happened overnight. Cause they in here talking. Keek, 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 keek. I line to come to hear everybody shut the fuck up. I'm finna have my coffee and my blunt, so I don't wanna hear that. They get the whispering. Yeah, I talk to them just like that. But I'm telling you, my kids see me do this, they don't even say nothing. They walk past. And then I found out 2 of my kids got a gift. One of my
Mm.
sons go outside. One of my sons, soon the sun come out, he outside with his arms up in the air like this here, straight to the sky. Like that's what we supposed to pray anyway. We was taught to close your hands, bow your head, close your eye, and get down on your knees. Your body got 9 choppers, them eyes. If you do all that, you closing all 9 of them motherfuckers. That's what they want you to do. No, you supposed to be standing like this here, barefooted to the floor, outside on that gravel, hands to the sky. The second son of God is the sun in the sky. That's the reason why they keep fucking with it and don't want it to come out. If their son come out, them black folk gonna get that energy back from when they were kids. See, remember back when you were running back in the day and you were kids, your mama flashed that porch like 13 times. Bring your ass in the house. You ain't tired. You don't want to eat. You don't want no water or shit. You can stay out there 30 hours. Now you go out there 5 minutes. You come in, you drink some water. You need another water. You need another water, and then you need another water. We don't have that sun and that nutrient that our body need for that melon. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Shit like that there. And so that's why we lazy. Then they knew we're gonna take the sun from the motherfuckers and throw them out. Now let's throw the computer in their face and feed them what we want to feed them. That's why all the kids got iPads, the grown-ups got iPads and iPhones, and I gonna be dumb as a motherfucker. I never own one. I don't want nothing government made. I don't want it. I don't want it. Even though they made a lot of shit, but you gotta know it's a black man behind the government.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. There's a whole lot of shit going on, and that's what they want. You got to get out there and preach that shit. We need you to get out there and push the word. And God knows sometimes that's what I get overwhelmed of. The doors the keys and the doors I need to be twisting and walking in, it's a fake ass celebrity in that motherfucker line. It's a old crystal ball twisting ass bitch or a car shuffling asshole in that line. I can't get in the door because she done took all the motherfucking attention. I never get in the door. Well, I ain't gonna say never get in the door. I can't get in the door right now. So I'm on a you gotta start small before you start big. But if you've been in some 8 years trying to get the word out and you ain't made it yet, that's enough to make you give up. But see, I'm a fighter because all the tough shit I done already went through in life, this small.
Well, what do you think about that? Because you got the lady from Long Island, um the white guy, I forget his name. Though like they two of the celebrity ones. Um, oh, I think he's been more like in circulation because I think her name is the Long Island Medium or something like that. But the guy I'm talking about, like he got a bunch of, I think he was on EE or something like that. Like what do you think about them? The ones that you know what
I
I'm saying
don't
they
I
get
don't
on and
I watched one lady. and her name was Quitita. And that's when I started seeing the Grand Reaping shit. Like I said, I'm into what I'm into. Humbling people, relationship reading, and unsolved mystery. I'm not going past. Who is it?
Mm-hmm.
Who is it? Who is it? Uh, anyway. I'm into humbling people, relationship readings, because a lot of women dick dumb and they got to wake up because you can't take that dick with you when you go to heaven. You can put that dick before your kids and your this and that, and God will come take your ass and show you from heaven that man still finna do what he was doing when you was here on earth, and you done gave up half your life to him. You don't get no bonuses in heaven for being a perfect wife and you know what I'm saying, a good gentleman. God don't give a fuck about that. He don't give a fuck about that. He didn't even make them vows up. Somebody else made them up. Who is it? Who is it?
She
Who
said too
is it?
many women be dick dumb, and you can't take the dick with you when you go to heaven. That's bars and a word right there. That that's bars and a word, like for real. Like that's crazy.
My bad, my bad.
That
That was the guy. That was the Uber Eats. I ain't know somebody ordered Uber. That was my bad. But yeah, so once you realize, see, a lot of people took them vows that God didn't write, a man wrote, and they flipped it. And a lot of women, you know, they fall weak by putting their husband first. My husband, my husband, my husband. The whole time you losing points with God because it's your child. It's the birth certificate over the marriage license by all means. You know, you was cut from the cord. Joined with your child, not your husband. It's a piece of paper over the birth certificate at all times. I done seen a lot of women who sold their soul for their husband, put their husband first. When them kids grown, they got to go them still your kids. And somebody older than you, so we all gonna be a child to somebody all the time. But you don't, sometimes you can't push your kids in this jungle and you ain't never taught them how to swing from the ropes. You know what I'm saying? And then when you push your kids in them jungle, when you push your baby in the jungle, then when the sheriff knock on your door and tell you identify this monkey,
mm,
because you pushed them in the jungle.
mm,
We all think it's about they 18, they grown, they got the man, the streets. I ain't never seen nobody get a child to the streets and the streets ain't never gave them motherfuckers back. I ain't never. All my unsolved murders, they mamas pushed them to the streets. And they had to get it how they live it. Whether they were college students or whatever. One of my spirits I got, he had a favorite rapper. He ain't never been out a day in his life. All he did was go to work at FedEx and come home and pay his bills. He ain't had no kids. He was just a square from Delaware. A lame. First time ever going out in his life just to see his favorite rapper because he was in town. And he the only motherfucker died. Innocent bystander. For real, for real. Facebook post said I ain't never went out of last Facebook post. I ain't never went out a day in my life, but I'm gonna step out today to see my favorite rapper, and he was sharp as hell, and you died. Innocent bystander
mm.
trying to stand in VIP, and somebody came back there and shot up VIP. You the only one who passed away on the only time, and then you was sharper than you ever been in your life. You don't never know. You don't never know. You don't never know. I
Why
done
do you
had
think why back to the back just I'm sorry I mean to cut you off, but back to the comment about the women. What do you think that is about women and mothers that they just, it don't
generational
never
curse.
really.
Generational curse. Somebody watch Muddy do it. All the muddies, you know, been with their husband 20, 30, 40 years. Then their daughters try to do what the mama did. Then here come the grandkids doing it. It's a curse. It's got to be broken. And the first thing they said, we done been through it all. I done been with Harry. He done had seven side kids and four bitches, and they still stick together through it all. That shit don't get you nowhere in heaven. God gonna look at you when you get up there and call you a dick dumb bitch. That's where I get it from. And that dick dumb shit is overrated. I would never. And I especially know you can't get in heaven doing it. He gave you six senses and one of them coming. This shit ain't coming. Your grandmama and them you can't even get buried with these motherfuckers. The mama and the granddad, if they do pass away together, they still ain't getting that same casket together. I don't even want to be in the casket. I want to get cremated. I got stories and shit about their cremation and being underground. Being underground to me too close to hell. I ain't going that way. I'm
So
going that way.
it's funny that you bring that up, right? Because obviously I don't know, but I don't know. I got this thing. I do not want to go in. I don't want to. I don't want to be in the casket. And I don't want to go on the ground. I don't know why. I just don't. I don't. I definitely know I don't
And
want
guess
to do that.
what? I'm finna tell you, I done had so many spirits were crying like a motherfucker because they families wanted to show out and have $1 million funerals and big caskets and big outfits and all this old shit. These folk cry. When it rain outside, depending on who passed away, sometimes it can be raining on your parade and the motherfucker right beside you don't even know it's raining. That's how God has set it up. Rain is tears from heaven. Remember that. Ain't number two of heaven. Sometimes
Mm.
you can piss God off and that's the thunderstorm. That's all it is. So, because sometimes you hear people say, man, this a drop just fell on my arm. Don't nobody know where it came from. A teardrop. That's all it is. But I had to
I'm
learn it
pretty
though through
sure.
my gift.
I'm pretty sure. I'm
Um,
pretty sure that. I'm pretty sure everybody has at least experienced that one time. I promise to God. Yes, absolutely. You'll.
mm-hmm,
Yep. You'll be outside. It'll be on your hand or wherever it's at. You know what the hell?
mm-hmm. Where it
And
come from? And then
everybody around you
you be
cool.
standing under a tree thinking somebody pissed on you. You can be standing with nowhere, and it happens. So it's a teardrop from heaven. I get them all the time. I get them all the time. But them red birds in the morning time, if you can just call them on FaceTime, sometimes I open the door, they be on the porch. I be like, man, y'all better get y'all head away from here. But I be playing with them though, on some real shit. But I have more fun with the spirit. Not like I'm ready to go to heaven, but that's why I come around to give closure and put smiles back on faces that ain't had them in a while. Let me tell you how your
Hmm.
folks up here in heaven. Let me tell you how your folks up here in heaven cutting up, girl. And I'm gonna break it down to your head, folks. Before we end it, you finna be cat, 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 cat. But that broken feeling it's gonna be broke. Because the people in heaven, not that I'm in a hurry to get there. I want to live till I just can't live no more. But they don't have any more bills. They don't have to worry. Ain't nobody finna kill them again. We the motherfucker with the problems. We
Nobody's
the
gonna kill
motherfucker
them
with the problem.
again.
We got to worry about diseases and Trump and all this whole extra shit. Them folk gone, them folk doing good. I have a ball with them folk. That's why I'm here to tell it to they people so they can see, oh, they straight. Yeah, they good. They worry about your ass. You worry about them. They good. They worry about you. You got to make it where they at. They already there. So who you think worried? Mm-hmm. But I'm
Hmm.
telling you, them grandmamas thought they were finna come to heaven with the holding it Bible, rocking and petting and shit with all them generational curses. No, sir. No, sir. Get your ass on. God kicked them bad wig motherfuckers on. Get the fuck up out of here. Put me at the door. I can't wait to get they pigeon-toed ass up out of here. Get on, grandma. Luther Ann and all y'all motherfucker burnt wig, pigeon-toed, Ben Gates smelling motherfucker. Get the fuck on. Coming up in here thinking y'all all
Ah,
this shit. All this shit just swept up under the rug and told Hattie made them, you better not say nothing. All your sons was rapists and shit touching on the grandkids and the nieces, and y'all thought y'all finna bring that shit up in heaven. This ain't the church home. Get your ass up out of here. You and your Bible. God kicked them motherfuckers like burritos up out that motherfucker like Happy Mexicans. Get up out of here.
yeah. It's a
Midnight
it's
train
a
to
it's
Georgia. Don't you know
it's a
hell look like
lot.
a church? Hell look like a
Wow.
church. Yeah, hell like a church. You got a pool pit, you got chambers, you got all that. Got a lot of rooms in that motherfucker, like doors and shit. But I know that one door, when the spirit took me down there to introduce me, to tell me about it and all this and that. And to me, like the devil, everybody say it looked like something. It looked like something. Growing up, I never could watch the movie The Fly. I never watched it. People ask me every day, you ain't never seen The Fly? I'm like, no, I never seen it. But why that's what the devil look like
That
to me?
that shit's gross.
The devil looked like a fly. Cause he was sitting way up in the corner in his room when I went down there. It was in a dream, but it was real. He was sitting way up in the corner. He had a lot of legs on him. And he had some red eyes, and his head was, everything else was black. And he was just reaching, grab a motherfucker, drop him in that thing. That old flesh looking at thing. Oh, it's a motherfucker. But it was so many grandmamas and shit and little kids, this who go to hell. When you intentional over there playing with fire and you sitting in the motherfucker and I already told them, you start that fire, you gonna kill somebody. And da, da, da. And them, they go to hell too. They go to hell, suicide motherfuckers. You done took somebody's life and God forgave you and you tried to do something else. Oh yeah, come on. Yeah, it's a whole heap of them motherfuckers down there. And people ask me, well, can you tell my cousin went to hell? If you ever hear me say, I ain't get him. He went to hell. Well, ask me about no
Mm,
motherfucking I get them. Cause I can tap into all this shit. If I say, oh, I ain't get them, I don't want to tell you they went to hell.
mm.
People that watch my live, as soon as I say, oh, I ain't get them, they already know. Oh shit. Yeah. They ain't got up out of here. Cause I keep telling you, people keep thinking they can get forgave and they can keep sinning and keep getting repeat. You can't do that. God, God backwards is dog. If the dog get tired, what the fuck you think God gonna do?
Damn. I want to ask you, and I don't want you to think I'm patronizing you, but I do. This is a serious question for me. I don't know if you ever heard of sleep paralysis, right? Like a lot of people are terrified of it, where it's basically like when you be sleep and like some shit on top of you or whatever, something going on, and no matter what, you can't wake up. You know what I'm saying? It's like you literally paralyzed, and whatever the fuck happened gonna happen. So like
Mm-hmm.
some people it'll be like you laying down and maybe it's like an ugly ass thing on top of you with drool on his mouth and it's like this close to your face and you can't shake it off or move or brush it off or whatever.
That's the dream I'm
You have
talking about.
that okay, so that's all about it because I know it's pretty rare. You know what I'm
You
saying? And
know how
like
they
there's
said if
stories about it.
you talking about like when they said you falling off of some of your dream, if you hit the bottom, you gonna die.
Yeah.
That type of shit. So I fell off a building in my dream. When my nose touched the concrete, I felt the spirit swept me up. When I woke up, he was right there. I was fighting though. I would fight. I would fight. He like, man, what you doing? I saved your life in the dream. Because what they mean by you can die in your sleep because your adrenaline, your heart beating so fucking fast, you'll kill yourself in your sleep. That's why we wake up sweating. Cover be way over there. What the fuck happened? You know, that type of stuff. But that's real. That's real. And it's the only reason why I can say it's real because I didn't had it. I didn't had they said that's why I said
Mm,
that ain't what it is. When they said the monkey on your back, it's not called the monkey on your back. That's not what it is. I always say we need to be reprogrammed because we all deprogrammed. Like with that morning shit.
mm,
We need to be all this need to be retaught. We still off the same shit our ancestors did, and they didn't get nowhere. They ain't get nowhere. Them ancestors ain't did a goddamn thing. They ain't getting no motherfucking word. They died trying to push some shit. We dying trying to push it. So, I think if a lot of spiritual people come on out, we can take over. We so scared that we hear the word Illuminati, we getting low. Now, that's one thing I don't fuck with is the rap game. I don't fuck with the rap game.
why?
The shit that I done heard these rappers, you're not a celebrity when you get to heaven. You the same motherfucker you were born as. Ain't all that old young dolphin, all that, man. They don't do all that up there in heaven. They ain't got time for all that. They don't do all that. You who you were born as before the fame. So it ain't no celebrity. Ain't Whitney Houston, just Whitney. Hey, Whitney, and keep on going. I don't even talk to them type people because of what they did here on earth. Like, I don't got time. They ain't even in heaven anyway. But anyway, it's like like somebody asked me how God sound. I don't know how to tell you that. I might say it. You might this deep. This raspy. I can't tell you how he sound. How heaven look. I don't know. It ain't got no furniture. I mean, it ain't look like this. It's just like a big old white, whatever you can't fill up, and a bunch of people just moving around. They ain't got on no clothes, but you can't see that they naked. If that makes
Whatever
sense.
you can't fill up, whatever you can't fill up, they ain't got on no clothes, but you can't see that they naked. Like
Yeah,
that shit, that's deep. That's deep.
yeah, yeah. It's like how they used to show us movies back in the day and blur out the sex part.
Mm.
Blur out the titties, and blur out. That's what you see. Everything blurred out as far as that because nobody mind is on sex. Ain't nobody fucking up there.
Would you liken that to like when like a kid, like I would say like before they turn 3, where they ain't ashamed yet. They naked, they don't care. You know what I'm saying? They just
Uh
them.
huh.
But as soon as you
Uh huh.
realize what the parts are, then that's when the shame come, and now you can't be naked, or somebody come in, you gonna run, or you know what I'm saying? You think you kind of
It's
return
never.
to that essence?
No, it don't never go to that moment. You like that all the time. Like I don't think people age. You know how like down here on earth, you like Auntie Betty would have been 85 this year. Well, however old you
Mm.
pass, once you straighten your body up, like go through the process of, you know, whatever. And then now you in here. Okay, like I'm finna say it like this. When you first get there, a lot of people confused, they don't know what's going on. So it might not be your cousin that passed away, go over there and tell you, look, you done made it to heaven. Now you need to go over there and wash your face. And then you got to go over there to it's none of that. It's whoever you see. It's what it is. It's like everybody fan like they said we all God's kids. You're going to really realize it when you get to heaven. Everybody's some kids. Now they said we all brothers and sisters. Really, we are. So
Mm.
it's like that. Some people be shy. Some people know each other and remember each other from this and that because them people ain't coming back down here. So that's another word. So I didn't see people like, a boy stand outside the door crying. Man, I can't believe it, man. I'm gonna make up to my mama, man. I promise I'm gonna go back and apologize to my dad. And I didn't think another guy come outside that gate and tell him, bro, it's over with. And he sat down and broke it down to him. You know what I'm saying? You ran out, man. Man, you done ran out of sins, man. You done done too much. And God he just felt like it was better for you up here, man. He needs you on his team. He was just talking to him. So me, I was able to relate what I heard him say to him to the mamas. And that's what gave her closure. She said, my baby made it to heaven. He done so much wrong out here. God forgave my baby. I'm like, yeah. Now, I also had a lady who said, my son had took so many people's life, and I need him to understand the stress. And she burned his ashes at his funeral.
Mm.
Yeah, she burned his ashes. She said, yeah, he was going to burn in hell anyway. And she ain't lying. He went to hell. But how I see you pass away is what I see. What I see when you come back. Until you get cleaned up. By the time I see you again, like if I do go up there, if I do get a vision of heaven or something like that, it's a it's a blurred vision. You know, it ain't like I'm finna go up there and be seeing a bunch of naked people or a bunch of people that was, once they get cleaned up, come back. Not everybody, not the whole world. Some people. Once they come, I can't no gunshot wound to the head, whatever the case may be. Once they come tell the story, can you reach out? I honestly believe it be people that know I can get some kind of way to their kinfolks. My
Mm.
cousin be watching your live. Oh, you be going in the store with my auntie. Stuff like that. They put me in positions like that where I'm gonna run across their kinfolk. It ain't just no random person. Like I had a guy told me, he said, hey, man, my folks watching your live. They in the cut. You don't even know they watching. Man, bring my death up. My cousin gonna come out and say something. So I was trying to see how could I get in that conversation. I just bust out and said, and y'all got all these unsolved mysteries. Y'all don't be knowing what be going. Do y'all even care? I said, imagine if you pass away right now, your folks just went on with their life. Fuck the nigga that did it to you. It's been 30 years. Then I said, how would you feel? I said, like I got this dude right here, right now. He's sitting over here, and I done told the girl with the boy. The girl come right out the cut. I said, how long you been watching the live? But yet I already told me. My cousin in the cut, man, go on bring my death up. She gonna say something. And they got a reading on him. They got a reading on him. Somebody had to kill him in the back of the warehouse at the job. Beat him in his head
Mm.
and rolled him up under some pallets. Mm-hmm. Him and he was fucking on this girl at the job. That's what I told the family. I said, but a real motherfucking nigga pulled around the back of the warehouse and came in through one of them bays and he beat the shit out of him and said, oh my God, he was so beat in the head. I said, yeah, he beat the shit out of him. Yeah, I can see it. In the middle of
Do you
somebody
find
talking.
do you find more that the spirits are more like restless because they don't understand why they were killed, or that they just want their family to have closure?
Both. Both. I think that's gonna be everybody. I got a lot of kids. Stray bullets, all kind of shit.
Mm.
Runaways. Mama still been looking for them for years and years, hoping and praying they come back home. I got a lot of that. It's so many. It's so many. I know for it. I can't even never count them because every night I wake up it's something different. Every day I don't wake up in the day. I wake up in the middle of the night. 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm up having whole conversation with spirits, and I don't want to be bothered.
I
But by the
appreciate
time,
you changing your sleep schedule to do the show. Also, I appreciate that. I heard
yeah,
that you
I mess with
stayed up.
I mess with Heat Detective, and then he spoke real highly of you, and I said I'm gonna stay up just for her. Just for her.
I
It
appreciate
was
that. I
worth it though.
appreciate that.
It was worth it.
Yeah, this was an honor.
That was likewise too.
Mercedes on the beat. The comment went by too fast, but swipe guys say has a celebrity. Oh wait, okay. Abraham and Esther Hicks. Look them up. Salute to everyone. Abraham and Esther Hicks. Okay. And then swipe guy said has a celebrity ever reached out to you or came to you?
Yeah, they go back to what I was just saying. Once you get to him, you're not no celebrity. So you just Whitney Houston.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I ain't never got Whitney Houston. But I'm just saying, yeah, but I get a lot of them. The majority rappers. I don't know
Yeah.
if you consider
And
rappers a
it's
celebrity, but
crazy because they dropping like flies, man. Like
I don't want to touch it though.
I know. Yeah, and
Mhm.
you know, and rightfully so, because you said because of how they were, you know what I'm saying, when they were on Earth or in the flesh here.
Mhm. Really, I seen a lot of them try to tell their story before they left here, before they got fentanyl,
Hmm.
before they got unalive and stuff like that. Especially Pimp C. It's a lot of them. When you get close to snitching on them, and when you get in their business, you got to think how many people in the world broke, ain't got no money. So if I walk up to you right now and say I give you $500, you go over there. Man, you know how many people gonna do that? You know how many people gonna do that?
No,
I don't live in fear
no
like I
question
know
asked.
somebody. Yeah, I don't live in fear like I know won't nobody do that to me, but I also have kids and family. I can't put them in danger because I'm ready to tell a story of a celebrity and a rapper. Fuck them. I ain't gaining nothing off of it. And I ain't looking for no clickbait trying to talk about them just to get somebody and get me. I ain't gonna go down for she the one that solved the ain't nobody gonna be stood my ass.
Yeah.
So like that's why I
Can
don't
you put
touch it.
that comment back up there?
I'd rather go
Oh,
help a family that's really, really wanting to know. Half of these rappers' family, they know they was sacrificed. They don't need no closure. But it's a
yeah.
family out here
And
who really, really drooling, really, really drooling and need it. I'd rather go talk to them than a celebrity family.
so many people like, and it's so crazy because you could say on every city block, especially if it's in the hood,
All you
it's
gotta do
probably at
is
least three families.
show me a picture in obituary. I'm gonna look straight at the eyes and tell you everything happens on 'em. I'm gonna even see if they
Okay,
got
we got a
molested
comment.
when they were young.
Mercedes on the beat says souls are eternal entities that are made up of frequencies, and when you die, that soul that's just a frequency have to come back together. And when they do, hopefully they left behind the bad and kept the good.
Hmm.
What you
The
think about that?
souls leave
That is,
the soul. Hmm. The souls leave the body and come right back. Come right back. Some of them linger,
thank you,
especially
Mercedes.
if especially if it's unsolved. I'm telling you, ain't no resting in
Hmm.
peace. Ain't no resting in peace. I can't. You is you gonna get some rest? Somebody take your life and you
I was
just
just about to say I don't see how somebody would think that a person could like that just that I don't think that go together. That just don't go
I
together.
had since I've been doing this. I only had one lady that tell me. At least I know where my son is now, and he probably in a better place. She said because at first I ain't know where he was at,
Mm,
and I was thinking in my head, you think your child being 6 feet in the ground better than being above ground? She said I do, but I don't know what her son did. I can't argue with her. That's her child, you know. Hmm.
yeah.
She said,
Some people do be struggling with a lot, you know what I'm saying, when they be living. Like it's just a lot of people that's just they just can't get right, you know what I'm saying? They just, you know, it's just a fucking
I,
struggle. Ain't no other way to say it, you know?
yeah, I talked to some. I talked to some women that I know that's broken upon repair. It's over with. I really feel now. Look, I done a lot of lives, and people didn't die from broken hearts. You can literally die from a broken heart. This shit real.
I believe that.
This
I
shit
believe that.
real. And
I do.
I done talked to a lot of women who husband then went on and they don't know how to go on. Who kids then passed away and they don't know how to go on. So and they end up, some people, like I said, broken upon repair, and some people can be repaired. I done talked to some that can be repaired, and some I be like, when I get out the phone, I be like, it's over her. It's over. She can't be healed.
Hmm.
She can't be healed. Some of them, they mind be gone. When you hear people say, a part of me left, when you left, they ain't lying. They ain't lying. A part of them left when that
Six
other person left, and they don't get right.
606 Chicago say, how do you know if spirits are good or bad, and do any of them ever try to mess with you or trick you?
I think I ain't gonna say all spirits are good, but I haven't had a bad spirit. I
Okay.
haven't had a bad spirit. And as far as tricking me, that's what I was telling you about in my dream. When they said a monk on your back, I was trying to get up. And he was saying, calm
Mm-hmm.
down. He was trying to really tell me, I'm trying to take you down there and show you, what hell like, and this and this and that. And I wouldn't believe in him. And I'm out of my mind because I'm like, damn, I see this shit now. I'm woke, you know what I'm saying? But I can't move. I'm fighting. So I thought I was being tricked out of my spot. I thought he was going to take me in my sleep because that's all I've been hearing. You gonna die in your sleep if you get and so in my eyes, this is this moment that I've been hearing all my life. And he trying to calm me down like this ain't what this is. You think I hurt you? So I didn't told him in my sleep. I said, well, I was woke, but I was like, man, let me go in there and kiss my kids and tell them I love them. If you finna take me in my sleep, at least let me go kiss my kids. He like, man, you really don't trust me. You really don't trust me. And I had to put my trust in him. But I wouldn't have never knew what hell was like if I wouldn't have never had went on with him with that dream. So I had to come back and
Mm-hmm.
tell my kids, your ass don't want to go to hell. It's like a roller coaster down. It's a big old thing down there. Do this right here, but his body's on it. But it's going in slow motion like a roller coaster, like this here, up and down. It's a big old thing like some flesh. It look like just all flesh, bodies, and you on this roller coaster thing like this. And as you get to the top, whatever that flat thing over there in the corner, it spits something. Right, this real shit. It sounds like it's fake, but it's real as hell. It spit it on it. Whatever it spit, the person that's on the top, that's when they hit that wall, hit that pool pit. They hit that flesh, that lava. Once they body hit that motherfucker, just melt. That's when I believe the soul just of that motherfucker rested. It's over with. That's what I got out of it.
Mm.
Each room had certain people. These the grandmamas with the generational curses, swept shit under the rug, didn't try to fix the problem that broke the family. They was in the room. Kids that set fires was in the room. People that took people's life was in the room. Molesters and rapists. This kind of, it was separated like that. I think I seen at least 14 doors. It was some more doors, but as far as him explaining, breaking down to me, a whole bunch of empty caskets. And I said, what? He was like, them the bodies that came out of them. Now we reselling the caskets back. I said, to who? It looked like a movie, but it was real. I got a lot of laughs. Like I done told this story 1,000 times, but it's really real. Like I wouldn't even play with God and the devil like that. Like I wouldn't even want God to show me that in real life that I lie like that. I can't even make up nothing that good. But that's what it looked like to me. The devil looked like the fly. His room was full of people in each one of these doors, and they was all coming out the room one by one as the line go down. But it's a lot of them. As the line go down, I don't even know how long half them people is down there. And as they get on the roller coaster belt looking thing and go down in there, look, it is over. I believe that's when their soul just. But when you go to heaven, that soul don't end because that's how it come back in the birds and or come back to me and I can repeat it. I can't do that with the hell folks. You know what I'm saying? So I know once
Mm-hmm.
that spirit is over with, it's everlasting with the other way going up. And I don't know how to
You
tell it
know,
in a Jonah way, in the Bible way. I gotta tell it the way it was brought to me in the way I get it. And that's the way I preach it.
yeah. I would imagine though, either way, it's your imagination gonna perceive it however it's gonna receive it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
Hmm.
I mean, I wonder though, like, uh, I can't think of what the saying is. Is it when a person when one person died, another person is born or something like that?
That's
Like
true.
I when I had my first baby, for like the first couple of hours, she looked just like one of my grandmas. It was so weird.
I knew you
And
gonna say
then
that.
and then she just, she started to, go into her regular face or whatever. But like, I ain't the only one that saw it. So, there's other people, that could vouch for that. But I don't know, like that just always stuck with me because I just kept saying to myself, I wonder if that's true. Because
Hmm.
there
He
there's
take him. He
also
take him
something
and
else.
replace him. He take them and replace them.
Mm. And then I don't necessarily think it got to be like in a certain amount of time because my grandma had passed
Mm-mm,
a long while ago.
mm-mm,
But
mm-mm.
so and I still don't know what this man name is, and I'm one day I'm gonna figure it out. But there's a guy he wrote a book, but his philosophy basically is that
Thomas.
we all are always who we were or whatever. So like the circle that you in right now, you always existed in that circle. You might have been a different role or whatever. So like whoever your best friend is now, they was always in your life in some kind of capacity at some point.
Mm-hmm.
What you think about that?
Everybody put everybody put into your life for a reason, even if it's a homeless man. I never learned it, but I almost failed a test with God messing with a homeless man. And don't you know, every time I see a homeless man, I don't care what he's saying to a signal, they walk down the street talking to themselves, bitch ass nigga, motherfucker, motherfucker. I'm finna go right over there and ask him what he talking about. I'd rather talk to them.
Oh
Not
wow.
ra- I wouldn't rather be out. Don't you know they ain't doing them repeating what the hell they done sing the whole night? That's all they be talking about.
Mm-hmm.
That's all, and they don't tell them what the hell they saying. One of the homeless man I was talking about was saying he saying somebody got raped. Man, that man was up on that phone with that bitch all night, man. He raped that lady, man. I couldn't even do nothing, man. I couldn't even help that lady. And he just walking past everybody talking. I'm the only motherfucker snatched the whole conversation. I said, excuse me, sir, who did something to a woman last night? He said, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. And kept on walking. But I heard what he said.
Mm-hmm.
You had to pay him attention. And how I said I almost failed the test is because a homeless man, you know, anytime you getting off a highway, it's gonna always be one standing off the highway, big with the bucket. So one day I'm in the car and I'm driving, and as I'm getting to finna get ready to come to I'm getting off the expressway, I'm coming to the stop, the light. And I see the homeless man standing down there with the sign. Oh, he's some kind of regular. He got an odor on him. He did. I said, look. And then I said, watch this light change when my car get right here beside him. I be hot dog. The car stopped right there. So he done walk up to the car. He got the sign, we'll work for food. The sign regularly, he regularly. And I done looked at him to the side. I looked him dead now with God like a motherfucker. I said, not today, devil. I done went in the purse. Here you go, pum pum. I see you, God. I see them blue eyes on you, but he ain't got no blue eyes. But it was the way they lit up. I knew it wasn't no homeless man. God was trying to take me through a test. You can fail them tests. If he say don't judge, how you gonna look at the homeless man? I ain't finna give you nothing or telling what you finna do with it. How many times motherfucker gave you something you didn't do what you supposed to do with it? So how you gonna knock him?
Man,
We listen and we don't judge.
man,
hmm
man.
When they
It
first met God, he was dirty, scruffy, feet fucked up, and he was telling motherfuckers he had to give. Nobody believed him. When I went to these motherfuckers that were fucked up, dirty, fucked up, tell them I had to give. They didn't believe me. Look where I'm at. And look what God is. I never listen to
man.
people when they say my gift ain't real. I got too many receipts. I've been doing this shit 8 years, and I do it for money. And if I can't get it right, I'm gonna refund you. But I ain't getting nobody back their money, so I'm finna do
I was watching earlier today. I was watching one of your lives. Um, and you was talking about how you when you do your readings, you don't do the $25 ones no more. You only do the $100 ones, and your reason, you know what I'm saying, for why you feel how you feel, and I feel like no matter what you sell, right, no matter what your product is, like first there's the value of whatever it is, but then there's also your time and your effort, you know what I'm saying, and I feel like that made a lot of sense what you were saying about how it's gonna be one question, it's gonna be another question, it's gonna be another question, it's gonna be another question, and then you can't control the person understanding, but it's kind of your job to make sure they lead the call with some sort of understanding. So either way it go, it's not gonna be, hey, this what happened, this what so and so said, whatever. They're gonna be like, okay, and 15 minutes later the conversation gonna be over with. So I felt you when you were
it.
saying that, because
They do me so bad. They do me so bad. And a lot of times they come to me crying. So I'm built for that. My heart already built for that. I already got the spirit. I already know if you really love this motherfucker you talking about, if you free flying or you just want to know what the fuck happened. I already know this, so I know how to deal with you as soon as you start talking. A lot of them come crying. And you think if you crying and broken like that, the first thing I'm going to do is feel sorry and not charge you for their reading lies. I'm on your ass like back pockets. I'm on your ass like some sheen. I'm on your ass like some sheen tights. You hear me? I'm on your ass like a pair of sheen tights with the Timu tag on the motherfucker. What? Cause don't tell me when I'm doing $25 questions to answer, you get 2 questions. Now you want to go to the funeral, you finna go buy this $25 shirt and you don't know what the fuck happened to them. But you want to wear them on your shirt. No, I'd rather find out what the fuck happened. Fuck this shirt. Cause in a minute it's gonna fade away anyway. Or I'ma lose it.
That's true.
So let me
That's so
pay 25 and find out what happened to my kinfolk. But you think you finna go buy the shirt, buy the Jordans that match the motherfucking come over here to my first thing I'm gonna tell you, baby, get yourself together. Cause I ain't changing my price. So they think they slick. For one, I can't say I'm doing a $25 question and answer you caught me about an unsolved murder. You know who killed my kinfolk? Yep. There go one question right there. Also, well, what happened? Soon as I tell you, what made them do that? Here go the third question. Bitch, I said 2 questions for 25. That's why I say they play with me. You know you want the $100 read. You know you can pay for it. You want to come with that $25 shit, then get mad when a girl did a 20. I need a relationship reading because I know my dude doing something. I said, well, I try to even help them out. Don't even get them to spend the money. I said, well, a woman intuition, a motherfucker. If her gut tell her it
yep.
is, it is. If she bust out and said, my gut show been telling me. I said, well, keep your money. No, I trust what you say. Bitch, trust your good. So I'm trying to make you keep your 25. You want me to get your 25. She said, I just want to know if my nigga cheating. Yep. For real. Oh
But,
my God, I
but
just
what
knew
is
she
it?
went into some old big old rant. Oh my God, I said it. This motherfucker think he sick. Well, with who, girl? I said that bitch on his Facebook page with them red braids that be liking all his shit. Hell no. Hell no, that's his baby mama. I said, well, you ask me. I don't know who on his Facebook page. I don't even know you. She told me, how long they been fucking off? I said, ma'am, you been burnt to 25 up. Now, why not just would have paid me for a whole $100 read? We could have talked for 4 hours. I wouldn't have gave a fuck. But they be so burnt out. I'm gonna tell you something. I give them an hour for the $100. I'm so cold with the shit. I'm getting straight to the point. You ought to hear him on the phone 15 minutes to come and say, well, how many kids you got? Now we ain't doing no read. Your ass ain't got shit. I done told your ass you ain't got nothing else to say. Now you asking me questions. How many kids you got? What? That's why I give them an hour. You don't need no hour, love. And then they hate when once I go into gift mode. Once I go into give mode, man, it's whatever the spirit say, I'm gonna say it. They better not say you dick dumb. First thing come out my mouth. Baby, you dick dumb? How old is you, love? You too old to be dick dumb, pom pom. Huh? And be through with it. Cause what I ain't finna do is sugarcoat. Cause I don't need when I get off of your head, God come tell me now why you lie. Why the fuck you tell her that ain't what it really is? Nah, I ain't finna hear from him. I'm finna get on your head and he finna thank you, baby. And go head on. Cause I done stopped this one motherfucker he ain't gotta worry about. I done already took care of it. I don't see how spiritual people ain't trying to get brownie points with God, trying to hurry up and knock these motherfuckers out. I'm trying to get these folks some closure, man. It's somebody right now in a living room about to pass the fuck out, don't know what happened to their kinfolk, falling all on the floor, can't get no sleep, and I'm sitting my ass right here, hoping I can talk to them, but I can't get to them, because I don't even know who it is. But somebody else I
Mm-hmm.
probably watching know who it is. You get what I'm saying? My goal is
Yeah.
that. My goal is that I done made so many women and men smile and put the clothes back on their face from giving them clothes off their loved ones, man. That's the impact on my life. I know I'm gonna have a star on my fucking casket when I get up out of here. And I don't even want no casket. I want to be cremated. I done made a buku's a motherfucker life change. I told this one girl, this girl, you be vulnerable when somebody pass away. You just be weak. Man, you know how many people, the killers that went to the funeral hugging on the mamas and shit? They weak, they vulnerable. Only thing they had, they folk gone. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to say. They don't know if they hugging on the killers. I had to tell a lady, ma'am, I just watched their funeral. And I don't mean no harm, and I don't know how to break this to you, but that guy that was holding you up at the coffin, he the one killed your son. She hung up in my face. 3 days later, in my SpongeBob voice, she was back on the phone. Baby, I said, I know. But Another girl, she's so weak and vulnerable. Everybody in her inbox about her baby daddy and this and that. Here come this other dude. But I know how it is when you're grieving and you're going through and you lose somebody. I lost my baby mama. They end up talking like they grieving. Get this nigga, the one who killed her baby daddy. He trying to get in the house and find out what everybody talking about. And she fucking and sucking and riding the dick from the sun down to the moon. And then when I gave her the reading, I said, well, the dude, I ain't never met her or the dude. I said, well, the dude that did this to your baby daddy, he heaven set. And he got dreads in his internet. You describing my nigga. Well, your nigga the killer.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. If God and the Spirit tell me to do it, I'm gonna do it with no fear.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's way more common than not. You know what I'm saying? Where it be the one not necessarily the one you least suspect, but they be in the hen house.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Like some chickens.
But I try to not go against my instinct no more. When I was younger, I used to do that a lot where I had bad feelings and shit, and I just I'll ignore it, or they get a bad vibe about somebody, or you know what I'm saying, like whatever, and I just nah, and then more like almost 10 times out of 10, whatever the fuck I was feeling, them spidey senses, them tingles and all that, I should have just what I'm saying went with it. So I don't do that shit no more.
Right.
I don't do that shit no
Right.
more.
A lot of things like that, because it was something you asked me earlier, and I meant to say this earlier, but a lot of things that happen to us in life when we get a little older had something to do with in the past. So
Mm,
it took for my gift for me to realize, and go to the Spirit about this. So I throw Alzheimer's out there. What people always say, I forget, I don't remember. You always get somebody, girl, I don't remember that. I forget, I don't remember. Yes, you do. You don't want to be bothered. And a lot of shit you
mm,
put behind you because you didn't want to remember trying to save somebody type shit. You didn't
mm,
save this person, but you saved the evil motherfucker. Them the people catch Alzheimer's. And as soon as they catch Alzheimer's, God take them back and remember all the foul fuck shit they said they forgot. I ain't lying. The reason why, look what they holler out. Where's Betty? Betty ain't nowhere around, but your ass did something foul to Betty.
mm.
Mm-hmm. Some of them go back to Alzheimer's and remember if they been, hurt or whatever, and they say that. They get scary. You notice how everybody Alzheimer's hit different. Some people Alzheimer's hit, they get scary.
Mhm.
Some people Alzheimer's hit, they don't care who they go around and what they do. They'll strike out in a room full of motherfuckers. I think it's
So
what you
you will.
forget, what you did. Yeah, that's how it affect you. Like
Oh shit.
a lot of things we seen on TV and we didn't pay no attention. They say like the Simpsons and stuff like that. But you ever seen the movie the Matumbo virus
No.
with Cuba Gooding Jr.
Wait.
when and that white doctor lady
Uh.
and they was on the plane, Matumbo virus,
What the
outbreak,
fuck was the name of that movie?
out,
Oh, hey,
outbreak,
I
out,
seen that shit on an airplane. I seen
outbreak,
that shit on an
outbreak.
airplane.
Yeah, now
Yes.
outbreak, and if you look at outbreak and think about when all the rich bitches, all the rich celebrities, when they start buying the monkeys and dressing the monkeys up, that's when the corona went around, the COVID. It was nothing but the outbreak movie.
It really was. It really
Nobody,
was.
nobody thought about that. But guess who the fuck with this shit started it? Who started catching the COVID first? The celebrities. They the one that were going over there paying all that money for them monkeys. So just to put them on, if you go through the pages of who all got monkeys, and ain't number bitches with money.
Mm,
They brought the COVID over here. The COVID and that
mm.
ain't number the outbreak movie. Everything got a message, and everything is a distraction. If something major going on in the world, why y'all got us focused on it? Me, I ain't paying attention. I don't give a fuck what Trump do, what nobody do. I'm gonna pay attention to the distraction. Oh, they want us to pay attention to this. This something that's major finna happen. You better go look. And I wait on that part. I be like, oh, that's why they distracted us talking about Trump. They were doing it. Yeah.
Mm.
I told somebody some stuff today. I'm gonna leave you with this because I know you getting ready to, we're gonna get ready to end. I'm gonna leave you with this. Like, people always tell me, girl, I eat healthy now. Girl, it's all you hear about people talking about they eating healthy. I be juicing and if you look at the fruits now, what they growing it? Because I remember walking home from school, it was a fruit and a pecan and a pear tree and a honeysuckle and a grapevine every fucking corner in the yard I took. I ain't seen that since my 30s. So where the fruits and come from? And look at them in the store. All the fruits shining now. They look fake. The stuff that they use on fruits to make them shiny is shellac. Shellac is the same thing that they put on the fingernail polish. Do you know where shellac come from? If you step on a cockroach, there's shit that come out of it.
Yeah,
Watch it.
yeah.
Watch it. Watch a Chinese movie. Watch a Chinese thing on how they make nail polish and shellac and all that. You're gonna see them keeping a whole lot of cockroaches. That's why they tell you don't put your nails in your mouth. Okay, let's go. Let's fast forward. Now, that's the fruits. Where they coming from? Where they growing from? But if you Google it, the richest man in the world that took over all the fruits, Kevin Gates. Not Kevin Gates. I forget that rich white man name. But I'm finna say this
Bill Gates.
chicken. Bill Gates. Let me say this with the chicken, and I'm gonna end it. People always say, I don't eat pork no more. I don't eat pork. I be eating chicken. But back when I was growing up and I used to walk past the pots and stuff and watch my mama and grandmama and them and aunties and them cook, no matter what kind of chicken that they cook, is always bleeding in the pot. You're gonna always see blood running out of it. Don't no
Mm-hmm.
blood run out this chicken. Don't no blood run out this chicken that they got going there. I ain't seen no blood. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, you definitely right on that shit. I remember my grandma frying chicken, and it's all, especially wings and drumsticks
Drumsticks
right around
especially.
the bone.
Blood gonna be coming from every hole in that motherfucker. But that's gonna be the best
Yep.
goddamn chicken you ever ate in your goddamn life. Now why the chicken ain't
That.
bleeding no more?
Oh
But
shit.
you telling me don't eat no pork. Bitch, it look like I only be eating chicken. So really ain't none of this shit no good, right?
Yeah, for real.
That's why I say it's always each one teach one, and God want us to teach. All you gotta do is throw the example out there and prove a motherfucker wrong. What they gonna tell you? Ain't no chicken bleed no more. I ain't seen nobody fry no chicken. I don't give a fuck on Facebook, on New Year's, on TikTok. Them bitches chicken is not bleeding.
That shit is not bleeding.
Not
It's not
bleeding.
bleeding.
Not bleeding. My grandmama chicken used to bleed. My mama chicken used to bleed.
That shit used to bleed. Cause it's funny you say that, cause that
It'll
shit
make
used to
you
freak
don't
me
want to
out a
eat
little
it.
bit.
Now, how
It'll
can a
freak me
chicken
out.
with no head, how can a chicken with no head and been sent all through the factories and get wrapped up in all it bleed, but this shit right here ain't bleed? Where's it coming from? Where the
Mm,
fruit growing at?
damn.
If ain't no fruit trees in the yard, kids used to walk home from school, at least get a pear on the way home, at
Hmm.
least get an apple.
Yep.
Where they at? But everybody juicing and stop eating pork and eating chicken. Make it make sense. You can't make
Damn.
it make sense. You can't make that make sense. But it was a
Damn.
pleasure. We gonna cut it out before we be on this motherfucking 10, 20 more hours. Cause this getting
I can't
good.
stop saying damn. Because maybe
It's
that's what it's
real.
about now. Well, what do you think? It's about being at peace with the fact that we can't really make it make sense. I mean, we just gotta figure out a way
If
to,
we,
I guess, circumvent the fuck shit and just
yeah. If me and
some
you
kind of
talking
way
about this, me and you talking about this
just
with two
make
viewers.
make
With
it just
two
make it
views.
happen for ourselves.
Exactly.
I think you might be
Me and you,
frozen.
me did it
Uh
freeze?
oh. Yeah,
It froze.
you frozen. I hope you come back because I don't want to end it without you. But we definitely have come to that time. Can you hear me?
Uh-huh.
I can't hear you or nothing. You just frozen. We're gonna give her a couple seconds, y'all. See if she bounce back. Because I really would hate to end it out without closing.
You can't hear me?
All right, y'all. Well, this definitely was informative
You're
and
good. You're
interesting,
good.
and I
You're
hope
good. You're
some of
good.
the
You're good.
questions that everybody had, maybe about the unknown or especially about the sleep paralysis, and then maybe about closure when a loved one has passed away. Maybe this might give you a little insight. Um,
Yo, Nasrino,
and
you
she
guys
talked a
got
little bit
frozen.
about energy as well, how we started the show. Um, I want to thank everybody for tuning in, sticking in there with us. We gonna get Gangster Reader back on the show because it definitely this was a whole vibe. Going into the rest of the week and into next week. I hope everybody pay attention to your energy. Check your energy. Protect your peace. Okay, because
Yeah.
life is short. Ain't nobody got time for that shit. Protect your peace. Protect your peace and check your energy. Okay. In the words of Avon Barksdale, keep it light, but keep it.